Alam nyo na. All right. So in the meantime,
Yes, Angie will be introducing
yes.
the our architect profile, right?
Yeah, very excited for this one. While Gigi is still preparing, we're just preparing something special for you all. Just wait for Gigi. In the meantime, I would like to present to you another speaker. Pinaka-aantay din to kanina.
Mm.
Ms. Architect Lovanne Gallo is the International Ambassador of Women of Global Change, or WGC, and is a multiple White House Award nonprofit service organization who serves communities both in the US and internationally. The founder and CEO of Sustainable World Act Now, or SWAN, Sydney, Australia, and co-founder chairman of SWAN Philippines, a circular economy strategist who helped develop sustainable curriculum of one of the colleges in Sydney, Australia. The brain of Recycling City, which she developed the design concept 20 years ago, and now it defines as circular economy. As she thinks 20 years in advance, she calls herself a visionary leader, and she started her career in design and build when she was on her 20s and became a philanthropist and environmentalist. She continuously hones her trade skills, which she believes skills are essential for staying competitive and adapting to industry changes. So yun na nga yung sinasabi natin, upskill, upskill. This is also her way to shatter her experiences and skills to her adopted local communities who are willing to learn through her partnered organization, the Women of Global Change, or WGC. Her goals are to sustain and equip the community with demand skills globally, whether it's carpentry, plumbing, electrical work, or any other trade. Shadowing provides invaluable insights and practical knowledge. She said, "There was a time I can no longer use my profession as a builder and as an architect to other countries. The only last resource was to learn again basic skills. I never felt ashamed working as a room attendant, waitress, traffic controller, painter, kitchen hand, and as a chef. Because these experiences in pursuing new skills, she was able to create a solution and a business case for textile management focusing on hospitality industry. She built a solution for slow food, how to manage food waste through kitchen management business processes, and she did survive. Ladies and gentlemen, she was supposed to open, but now she is ready to give her speech entitled Circular Economy Living and Initiatives to be Impactful and Minimize Waste and Promote Recycling. Streaming live all the way from Sydney, Australia, let's all welcome architect Lovanne Gallo.
Thank you, Ange, and thank you, Kathy, for the very good introduction. Yes, well, I'm here to speak about my story uh, and, of course, my advocacy. This is for the community I stand for how long years? And also, I want to share how I came up with the success in terms of career and in terms of my mental health and how I define success and how I define true life living. I call that living in a very simple manner. I call that one, I define that as circular living. Circular living is something that is the core of sustainability. It's the core of leadership of sustainability. Many leaders stands for sustainability, yes, and it's really good, right? But to sustain the leadership, we need a circular living and circular thing that is we need the foundation itself. We need to define ourselves as we are. The circular living is first we need to identify who we are. Yes, this is to identify yourself is making your means a personal brand. If you have the personal brand, You have three things. For three things. Your values is the first one. Second is your vision, and the third is your mission. When I was a kid, not really a kid, I I have these values to value education and learnings. I valued my father doing the drawings when I was a kid. Designing houses, I saw him drafting. I value the love, the kindness of my parents to the community. And also my vision, the vision that I had before 20 years ago was like, not 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago when I was a kid, like 8 years, 10 years old. I say myself, I want to protect the animals. I want to protect this garden of my mother. I wanna live like this. Like I can breathe. I can like the atmosphere is very fresh. I live in a farmville, living. It's a farm. It's a rice field setup of a home, of surroundings. Yeah, and then also the mission. When I got the mission that I walk with my faith. I I I prayed one day, one night. I prayed to God. Um, I want to serve with the truth. I want to serve, and I want to share my faith to everyone. I want to share how I am proud to be your daughter. I'm speaking to our Lord God. And then and these this conversation was like the spiritual side of it, and the guide was the guide and the guidance was appeared very clear that my mission is not into architecture. I know it's not about doing the designs, focus on the designs. The message I've got was to you build your career and you will be rich. Like you will be rich and you will be heading. You will be a leader. You will be successful. I want you to be the leader. I want you to lead communities, the world. I said, oh, I am just from Davao City. I'm just from Trento Agusan del Sur. That is it's just far from Manila. It's just a suburb. But then again, I was very I was very obedient, with the calling. I call that calling. So I said yes. I said I left the mission field. I left the things that what I was doing during the time. And then I built my own business designing firm, and I was the one in my place, in my town. During the time, I was the first young woman who is a builder, who has the building, and we call that contractor, doing business, doing construction projects with the government and private sectors projects. And through that, I wasn't really, I was so young during the time. The business failed, and because during the time I focus on the work, I focus on the accomplishments. I need to do the standard of the world. I forgot to pray, forgot things, personally. So yeah, it was a failure. But then again, I never stopped, and it's just like a best friend. Lord, what happened to me? It's, I want to do things more. I want to serve you more and help people. The calling was I want you to be rich. I want you to be successful because I want you to serve communities. That was the calling. So I I I left Davao during the time with, I think I have 1,500 in my pocket. I thought I want to go to Manila, and I don't know what to do there, but I want to work. I want to do something. And then and eventually I got a job from SM as the project manager of the construction design management in the shopping malls. Thank you, SM, for for the training and for the professionalism that I got during the time. Yeah. Yes. And from that time on, how many times how many years I saved money from my money. Yes, in relation to the professional um, opportunities are from SM and from the calling and from in between, been in the business of 20 years in construction. And also, I was the founders of 4 companies right now. And during the journey, being the founder and being the CEO of 4 companies at the same time, it's not just a wink of an eye. I work hard for that, really, because of my vision and because of the mission and because of the calling that God installed me and God instructed me. Why I did lots of things. I'm just only one, and they're just like surprised why. Lovanne is doing construction and now she's doing sustainability solutions or environment consulting. Why is it Lovanne is doing the real estate? Well, why Lovanne is doing the marketing and PR and some designs and some businesses. It's because what I know is not because it's all from my wisdom, my own wisdom. I asked the wisdom to act on it. I developed my skills, yes, in a professional world, in the standard of professionalism. But I've realized that it's not about inside the box, that you will be just making all the corners perfect, right? What I'm saying is that you will always be there inside your comfort, your comfort zone. You need to step up. You need to go out to know your potentials. Action is very important when you know and when you identify yourself, develop yourself, and yes, and you will create success. Success is not about money. Success is all about inner. Within you, when you're happy within, you will be happy working so hard. You will be happy, with failures and reuse that failures in a good way, upcycling it in a good way with a new purpose. Your purpose, in a way, in a good way, not to revenge, not to have a very bad situation or bad heart. Your heart is empty, mad. I've been into industry for how long? I had disagreements, with people in the business, but I always look after with my mental health, my heart, and to trust more, to trust again, and to do the business in a way that is clean, meaning clean in a way that you are having the business in a way that is with kindness, with understanding and collaboration in a way that we never took advantage. And I that's my practice. That is, to be circular living, to live in a circular living is the core of all successes. It's the core of being in the mission and to lead. Leaders need to be long term. It's long term leaders, not just one project or 5 projects in 1 year, but leaders with legacy. Now, you are leading sustainability, you're leading wellness, you're leading whatever it is. The focus, the mission should be aligned and transferred to shadow your purpose. You know, your professionalism is here. You got that. You got that. But your professionalism also, when you are learning skills, you have to go down and see the beauty of that field. I am so proud. I'm so proud that I've been to that situation, that I've learned to be the traffic controller, painter here in Australia. I worked so hard and I've learned so much of things in the skills, the skills, the upscaling and things that I didn't do in the Philippines. So yeah, through that experiences, I'm still me. I'm still the one that founded this business with the same faith and with the same creation of wisdom. The inside me and my brain and my spirit and the spirit that is within me, still the same. It's just a situation. Anyway, thank you again, GWWR team, for having me here. Thank you also for the gift of camaraderie and friendship that this platform, aims the good works and a good way, in a way. Social media has lots of downfalls, but this one is a platform that really gives enthusiasm and positivity to everyone. And yes, you can reach out to me personally in my social medias. 15 minutes is not enough to tackle all the sustainability, living, or circularity, whatever. Just reach out if you want more informations and you want to have a consultation with me in a way. Yes, thank you so much and have a good day ahead.